Boston Super Mega Fest and tell them that Ashley Bottom sent you. We love hearing that.
It's Sunday evening, and you're here with the Minority Men.
Bean town forever. Boston. Look at your hands up. Look at your hands up. Boston. Y'all remember Bean town forever. Y'all remember Boston is what I represent. Y'all remember Bean town forever. Y'all remember Boston is what I represent.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Minority Men Show. We were gone last week, doing our thing. We're going to talk about that in a second, but we're here now. We're here with BREE.
Hey.
We missed you last week. Even though we did lock you in the basement. Sorry about that. It was just that we had to hold you back. But,
No, I heard you guys were awesome. I so can't wait to talk about it.
Thank you. Here also with public announcement.
What's up, people out there? We're back in the building.
That's right. And we're here with BLUU KOLLAR. Even though it's the red room right now, we're here with BLUU KOLLAR. He's about to infect the room.
I was about to say, let's change it to blue just for blue.
Okay, we could do that. We can manage that. Let's see if
kinda
we can
moist.
pull that off. And we have, and we got Dimitri behind the glass. Dimitri, say hello to the people.
Oh, people?
What was that? You
Yeah,
sound like
he
you just
didn't
chipped out.
want to be on for like 2 seconds.
Okay,
He
all right.
barely pressed the button. But yeah, we were at UMass Boston last week. We were invited by the Young Professional Network through the Urban League to be involved in their conference. PUBLICK. What are your thoughts about last week?
Oh, man, it was a great thing. And I just want to give a big
What
shout
was
out
the topic, though?
to the Young Professionals Network. There were some great topics. What we introduced is the stereotype of African American men. And we did a presentation, and I think it was great. If you want to check it out, go on our Facebook page. You see some of the pictures on our Facebook page. Also, too, though, check out Young Professionals Network. Big shout-outs to them. Contact them. Follow them. I mean, great things. Doing big things. BLUU KOLLAR, you want to talk about what you did? Because even though BLUU KOLLAR is our next of the other person on the other side, sit here, lay on our couch. What was your whole input on the show? What did you like about it, or the presentation, I would say?
Are you asking what I did? What I presented?
No,
What did you think about? What were your impressions about last week?
I thought it was great because all these young professionals, they were. It wasn't just a presentation; it was a conversation.
Boom. Love it.
Yeah.
Everybody had something to say. It was, we didn't get to do every point we wanted to bring, but the return of what we brought was just invaluable.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was very powerful.
BREE, what did you hear about us? Was it bad or was it good?
No, I heard that it was awesome. I heard it was really thought-provoking, and I think it just went along with the theme of Minority Men. Like you guys said, you guys didn't get to do all the slides, but you promoted dialogue.
And it showed people's frustrations as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you guys talked about Scandal. I mean, I want to know, what... I heard there was a deep conversation about Scandal, but I want to know, what was the point that you took home, or what stereotype did you guys hear that you weren't aware of, or, anything new?
I mean, connected to Scandal.
Yeah, I thought you guys were talking about Scandal there.
We did talk about
Going
Scandal for a
to
little
depth
bit.
about how Scandal related to the stereotypes of black men, but what point did you guys?
More like women. We talk about women because the main star is having an affair with the president, who's a married man. So it makes black women look scandalous.
Ooh.
And hence the title of the show.
Yes.
But what other
she
points
handles
did
other
you?
scandals as well. So she's involved in a scandal while handling other scandals involving her clients.
My thing is like this. I always feel like in the black community, they always depict, African Americans as sexually driven, and this is one of the things. In a couple of my favorite movies are sexually driven. Boomerang, How to Be a Player. I mean, things like that. So I always feel like the only way that
Typical black man.
right?
Typical black
No,
man.
it's not even. But now it's Scandal. She's sexually driven. She's driven to be with the president of the United States. You gotta look at it too.
I get it. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, sex is. I mean, it's human. You know, everybody has something to do with it. Everybody does it, but I don't know. I think there's a little bit more to it than that.
All right, well, we got the background music telling us to go to a short commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the Minority Men Show. Anthony Cook, what's the number that people can reach us at?
You can reach us at 857-366-5444 if you have anything, if you want to chime in on any of the subjects that we speak about today. And when we come back, we'll continue with the show.
And BREE, where can people hear us?
On the Gag Order Network, www.gagorder.me.
All right.
Every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. That's us.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
In the thunder and rain, you stare into my eyes. I can feel your hand moving up my thigh, skirt around my waist, wall against my face. I can feel your lips. I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say ish. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis. With poetic justice. If I told you the flowers bloom, then a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. Anytime you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Any place, and I don't just what you want. Poetic justice, put it in a song. Alright. Anytime you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Any place, and I don't just what you want. Poetic justice, put it in a song. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that power, plenty of champagne, cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girl and curled up in the itty bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Don't approach her with that Atari. That ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I can right my wrongs unless I write them down for real. Alright. Anytime you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Any place, and I don't just what you want. Poetic justice, put it in a song. Alright. Anytime you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Any place, and I don't just what you want. Poetic justice, put it in a song. Alright. My life.
Welcome back to the Minority Men Show. We are in the building, and we have to give a special birthday shout out to Stephen M. Wilson Jr. Although he didn't say his age.
Happy birthday!
Wow, Mr.
What?
Wilson is
He did.
man. Hey, Mr. Wilson, you got to call in and just
Say his
Happy
age.
yeah, definitely. Happy
birthday.
birthday, happy
He
birthday.
didn't discuss how old you were, but happy birthday, Stephen Wilson. He's the leader of Go Get It Enterprises.
Check it out,
And,
phenomenal things right there.
He's a dedicated listener, so give shout outs to him. What do you think? We have a new mayor. We're gonna have a new mayor as of January. His name is Marty Walsh, He wants to be called Marty Walsh. They asked him if he wanted to be called Martin or Marty. He said Marty. So what do you guys think of our new mayor? Do you have any impressions?
Well, I mean, he hasn't really stepped into office yet, but I think, for me, his background speaks a lot. A lot of people talk about, his whole addiction and what he's been through. And what's more important to me is where he's from. He's from Dorchester. He's from the inner city, I would say. Mm-hmm. Now, does he have the same background as a normal inner city child? I don't know. But I think, for me, what's more appealing about the situation, he knows the community. He's not from, like, an outside area coming in and trying to run the whole city of Boston. So I think with that, for me, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like he's an everyday person. And honestly, when I got the news, I was really, really, really excited. And I think it's different from being a politician versus being a consumer of resources and programs and stuff. So he's been through the frustration of having back-to-back phone calls, calling different agencies, just trying to get help. That is so frustrating. And he's experienced that. So he can actually make changes that will actually help the people. Because from the top, it may seem, like such and such program is awesome, but then when it's actually in action, it's frustrating. So plus he has a boo, not a wife, but a boo, which is a girlfriend.
Yes, a long time girlfriend. I don't remember her name. But, yeah.
I forget her name. But the only reservation I do have is the people who were Connolly fans. They were saying that Walsh got a lot of money from outside of Boston. So, and he has to pay those people back. So I'm a little weary of how that's going to turn out. How is he going to pay those people back? In favors, in, I don't know.
Another politics.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has some obstacles when he first comes into office. He has to deal with the police contract. He has to finalize that. Choosing a school superintendent. So a new police commissioner. So the police all around. He has a lot to deal with the Boston Police Department.
And I think one of the key things he has to tackle though is the Boston public school system, because that was a big thing, and I think that's why potential other mayor John Connolly, he was harping on was the fact that the school system needs to be fixed. So I think he has to have a sound solution when it comes to that. But a lot of people are saying that he's a one-term mayor anyways. That's what I'm hearing.
People are already
That's
saying
horrible.
he's a one-term that he doesn't want to do more than one term.
I think
that he can't last more.
Yeah,
than
I think that they feel that he can't last more than one term.
Okay.
Due to the fact that, Mayor Menino, 20 years, that's 2 decades. No one can fill those shoes.
Yeah, and then again, let's just remember that Menino can't speak English too well either.
Well,
So he wasn't supposed to last more than one term either, because he stepped in for Ray Flynn when he took off to be the ambassador to the Vatican, and Menino wasn't supposed to last long. He was just supposed to be like, okay, he'll sit in there until find someone to replace him. And like you said, 20 years later, here we are, thinking, how can we go without him?
Yeah,
When we were we were ready to say, okay, let's just keep this moving. Who's going to be the real mayor of Boston after Ray Flynn? So, his transition team, all of his former rivals, Charlotte Golar-Ritchie, Felix Arroyo, John Barros. What do you think of them picking his transition team? And could you possibly see them being in his cabinet when the dust settles? I
would think it'd be. I think he should. At least have 1 or 2 of them in his cabinet, because they are the ones that really got him a lot of the votes.
Yeah.
So
they really push hard for him in the minority community.
And they started early too, though.
Fairly well. I think in total, the whole city, the voting could have been better. I always.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It could always be better.
They said like 30%. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something. It was like a low number.
That is so
like
sad.
120,000, maybe 130,000 people, if that.
Yeah, it was a sad election actually, because I felt like more individuals needed to vote, but people have this mindset that things are going to happen without you taking the necessary actions to make that change. And I understand that.
Although you may think it's a sad election, but it's typical of most elections. It's unfortunately, throughout the country. I mean, even the recent election in New York, it's about the same time as our election.